Alright, so what a piece of shit episode of Raw tonight. You know, you had a few long matches in there, and people always go crazy when there's, long matches. Oh, it's a 20-minute match. It's a great match because it's 20 minutes long. No, just because a match is 20 minutes or 25 minutes long does not mean it's a good match. In fact, sometimes, like half the time probably, or even most of the time, especially in like an episode of Raw, it usually means it's a boring, slow match. So I mean, this episode really did truly just everything was. I don't even think there was one good thing on this episode. So to get the show started off, we have Cena and Ambrose coming out to cut a promo. Very mediocre, I thought. Nothing, just a basic promo. Nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of recapping too. They're like, oh, on Raw this happened, on SmackDown this happened, and I will do this to you, and at Hell in the Cell. So a lot of recapping, just basic shit. So nothing that great. I made a few good lines, but again, nothing like great or anything. Then the Authority comes out and they announce so they're moving the match from Hell in the Cell to today. So I mean, I think that's the right choice. So I mean, it sort of establishes the card further. I mean, it's not a big deal or anything, but I guess it's something. They need all the help they can get. They can't just keep planning for the future. I mean, Raw really sucks. So, I mean, they should put some prime time matches on Raw. So I mean, not a bad choice here. Then we get Cena and Ambrose defeating the Usos, and Goldust and Stardust. It started really boring, and then it picked up at the last two minutes about. And probably people will go and say, oh, it was a 5-star match, an awesome match. Bleacher Report will probably give it an A. I'm almost always right when I say that. Bleacher Report will give this match an A. They probably will. I mean, I'll give it 2.25 out of 5 stars. It had some good moves in there, like Cena dove onto the 5 people or 4 people. Then Ambrose dove onto the people too, off the top rope. I mean, those were some good spots. It picked up at the end, but like 4/5 of the match was boring. It was just basic moves. So I mean, it wasn't that great a match. It had some good moves in there, but again, most of it was just boring. So that's why I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a backstage segment with Randy Orton, and apparently now he's in one of the main events of Hell in the Cell. Great. This is fucking stupid. I mean, he's one of the worst wrestlers in the company probably. Just does a lot of basic moves, does a lot of slow moves. Always so, what's that word they used for him? Sadistic. Always so sadistic. He does like 2 moves a minute. It's fucking ridiculous. He moves like a mile an hour in there. And people are just jacking off to him. He's not that good, people. He does slow-ass moves, basic moves. He'll do one good move here and there, but that's it. Then we get Orton defeating Ziggler in a very boring match. The only good thing about this match was the end. Actually, a really cool ending. I'll give him credit. Very cool ending. He had him in a powerbomb, fixture, and he just threw him up and RKO'd him. That was a fucking cool ending there. I'll give him credit for that. But everything else was boring. And people would probably go on Twitter or Face or whatever social media websites, Bleacher Report, and say, yeah, great match, awesome match. I saw they were changing. This is awesome. Are you actually watching the fucking match, or are you just fucking, just chanting along like mindless sheep? It's ridiculous. This is awesome. Are we watching the same product? Are you entertained by basic moves and rest holds and slow-ass moves? I'm not. I demand more. That's not awesome. It was actually not even average. It was way below average. Like, we're in 2 different universes right here. Me and a group of other fans. Like I'm on fucking, I'm here in universe and they're all the way out, at fucking Pluto. I mean, it's ridiculous. What differences and opinions I have with other people in this in this, universe of fans. It was boring. 0.75 out of 5 stars. Then Rollins comes out after and curb stomps Ziggler. I don't get why there's tension between Orton and Rollins. They're not going to face each other at Hell in the Cell, so why is there tension? I don't know. I mean, it's just confusing to me. There's so many people involved in the storyline. It's hard to even keep track of what the hell's going on. And I don't give a shit too, and so it's just a big fucking ass mess that I don't give a shit about. Then we get Rollins defeating Swagger. Very long match again. but it was boring. It wasn't that good. It was better than the Orton Ziggler match. I'll give it 1.75 out of 5 stars. But why did it take Rollins so long to beat a fucking jobber? I mean, Swagger's a jobber. He hasn't won one legitimate match since he's turned face. He's lost to Rusev. I don't even think did he beat Bo Dallas? I don't even fucking know, because again, I don't fucking care. And Rollins takes like 20 minutes to beat him. Very long. And then Orton comes out after, RKO's his ass, Swagger. And then, like, again, why is there tension between the two people? They're both fighting different people come Hell in a Cell. So, I mean, a pretty boring match there. Again, 1.75 out of 5 stars. Not horrible, but it wasn't that good either. Oh, then we get the fucking, you know, two most boring wrestlers almost in the company. Two of the worst wrestlers in the company. Big Show, a big fat 450-pound slug who can't fucking move to save his life, who should be retired, versus a younger version of the Big Show and a little bit smaller version of the Big Show who can't wrestle. I'll give this match 0 out of 5 stars. Boring. I don't give 2 shits who win this match. Let me make that. I don't care who the fuck wins. Zero enthusiasm into this match. Like, I wasn't even fucking paying attention to this match. I don't give a shit. And again, it was long. It was like 15-20 minutes long. I'm just so bored. So fucking bored. Like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like, I don't give a shit. They both suck dick. They both are horrible. So that was depressing. Then we get Sheamus defeating The Miz. And then they KO after the match too. I forgot to mention KO after the match to Rusev. Again, who the fuck gives a shit? I don't. Maybe some other people do. Maybe the 30-year-olds chanting USA, USA. Maybe they give a shit about it. Like again, we're just in 2 different universes here. I'm just sitting there bored out of my mind, and then you get fucking just 30-year-old adults like USA, USA, just chanting like total moron. Like, I'm looking at them and I'm like, whoa, that guy looks like a fucking retard. And then you see actually like sane people in the crowd. We don't act like 9-year-olds actually sitting there like a normal person and not getting into this like it's real. And they're sitting there like, this is fucking boring as shit. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you, dude. You know, this is boring as shit. I just don't get, you know, they're just chanting so viciously that it's almost like they're gonna fucking fall over. They're just going so fucking hard. It's like, calm the fuck down, dude. It's fake. It's a fake fucking product. You know, like, it just makes me so mad when I see. I feel bad for them because they probably live in a world where I shouldn't be judging these people, but I just can't help it. I gotta rant. You know, this product was so bad. I just gotta rant. You know, they probably live in a world. You know, they probably live in their mom's basement. They probably have, you know, I just don't. You know, again, we're just in 2 different universes here. They're all the way off on Pluto. I'm here on Earth. It's just fucking mind-blowing to me. Then we get Sheamus defeating Miz. The best part of this match by far was Sandow on the outside. I fucking laughed for it. Sandow's like the only good thing on this show. You know, I laugh at Sandow. I think he's funny, you know, imitating the Miz's moves. I think and for that, I will give this match 1.25 out of 5 stars. 1 star for Sandow, and the other 0.25 for the ending. I like the ending. The ending did involve Sandow, so I guess you could cry, whatever. But I mean, the ending was good, where they went under the ring and shit. But overall, the match was boring. I'll give it 1.25 out of. Again, you know, I gotta add for those people who are chanting USA. 1 plus 0.25 equals 1.25. All right. So 1.25 out of 5 stars, but it was boring. You know, there was some nice moves in there, some funny moments, but it was boring overall. Then we get the fucking Divas match. Another boring match, 1/2 star out of 5. I'll give it. The only reason I gave it a 1/2 star is for some reason I was rooting for Brie Bella to win, so it somehow got me actually somewhat involved in the. Like, I'm like, oh, I hope Brie Bella actually. You know, Nikki got Brie up on the torch rack, and I'm like, oh, I hope Brie Bella counters it, and she did. So it actually got me a little bit involved, but I mean, I don't even know why, but so that's why I'm giving it a 1/2 star out of 5. But it was boring. It was boring, and it fucking sucked. You know, I just don't give a shit about the Divas division. Then we get they've been doing all these Wyatt promos, and I haven't been covering them. But why the fuck are they doing Wyatt promos? They did this before his debut. So essentially, the last year and a half of the Wyatts being in this company didn't mean jack shit. They're starting from scratch. They wasted the Wyatts for a year and a half. They were popular as fuck, and now they ruined them. Now they're starting over again. And it's just depressing to see some people who are so talented like Bray Wyatt just get fucked over for whatever reason because Cena can't job out the Bray Wyatt. Just everything about this company is complete shit. Then we get the fucking main event, which I was actually anticipating to, maybe it'll be a pretty good match. Stupid concept to begin with with a contract on a pole match. It's like with with the steel cage match. They had the steel door. You could obviously get out of the steel door in like 2 minutes, and the match would be over in 2 minutes. Same thing with this. You could grab the contract in 2 minutes and win. They should have had a ladder match, put the contract up high. The Authority, didn't they want Cena and Ambrose to get the most damage possible to themselves? So why didn't they have like a ladder match, a TLC ladder match? Yeah, that would have inflicted some damage, and it would have been entertaining for me and all the other fans too. But no, we gotta have a contract on or whatever the fuck it's called match, a boring ass match. And then predictably the Authority gets involved too. Just an anticlimactic finish there. Ambrose grabs the contract. Then Cena's not even mad. He's like clapping like like, why would you clap? You just lost a goddamn match, Cena. Why are you clapping? You lost a fucking match. Yeah, clap. Keep clapping because this show fucking sucked dick. I'm not clapping. I'm fucking crying. Because this show was just bored to tears. That's the expression. I'm fucking crying because this show was just so fucking boring. I'm not clapping like a fucking retard who loses and then claps. Yeah, like when fucking a football team loses to another they don't clap like good job guys, good job, good job. Yeah, they don't do that. But Cena acts like a fucking 9-year-old in there. Maybe if I'm playing 7-year-old baseball. They clap for the other team maybe, when they're 7 years old, but not when they're fucking adults. Just moronic bullshit. And then again, anticlimactic finish. And to top it all off, to top this goddamn shit all off, we are going to see another goddamn Cena versus Orton match. Like, seriously. Why are they doing this? They want to torture us. Just put me on the waterboard now and pour water into my face. Because this is just ridiculous. Why are we seeing another Cena versus Orton match? Like, they've been doing this type of match. They had one at the Royal Rumble. They had one like a month ago, I believe. It's just so, like, I just want to sit and talk to Vince McMahon for like 5 minutes and see what's going on in his head. Like, why does he feel compelled to give us the same old shit over and over again? Which we booed. We booed him when they did it at the Royal Rumble. Oh, let's just do it again. They booed it. Let's do it again. Yeah, that makes sense, Vince fucking McMahon. This show was horrible. I'm just gonna give it 0 out of 5, 10 stars because this was just a terrible show. Just terrible. Nothing good. I don't even think I gave anything above 2.25 stars for the best thing. They also had fucking Nene Leaks, an ugly ass bitch on the show, who I'd never heard of. Why don't they get some real celebrities on there if they want to have? Why don't they get some badass people on there if they actually are gonna put celebrities on there? Not these random ass bitches like Nene Leaks, who I don't even fucking know, and she's just ugly as fuck. And they had Chris Lee on there too, Yeah, he's really tough. Why don't they have some actually, tough motherfuckers on there as opposed to these goddamn, bitches. So this show sucked. 0 out of 10 stars. I don't know how they could go in it. One good thing is they could only go up from here, I think. I think they've sunk to rock bottom. They're at rock bottom right now. I don't think they could get any lower. But then again, it's WWE, so they probably can. But I think they gotta go up from here. There's no goddamn way in hell they're gonna go down from here. There's a ton of room for improvement and like just a little ass bit of room for disimprovement. So there you go, people. The show fucking sucked. I was fucking bored. That's just my opinion. This is my true opinion. I'm just speaking through the heart. So if you disagree with me, then that's fine. Just give me reasons and don't call me a bitch for for just talking about my opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm not trolling. I'm not looking for attention. I'm not looking for views. I'm just saying my opinion. So there you go, people.